Do you want to read a story about becoming the very best like no one ever was? I'm Alteria Tempest here with my first ever fanfiction spotlight for the story Pokémon Trainer Vicky. Join Victoria Ferris, reincarnated girl on her adventure through the Pokemon world, through important adventures such as dealing with her teachers Tauros and dealing with the duty brown Growlithe in the morning that refuses to let her sleep in. Join her on her Pokemon journey as her eyes are open to how real this world is. A slice of life adventure in the Pokemon world. Anime based, but things aren't quite the same. It's not a dark fic, but an exploration into trying to make the world feel more real. I prefer my fics longer, and this ongoing story certainly has that covered with over 571,000 words, even if the story hasn't been finished yet. If all of that sounds like something you would try, the link to the story is in the description. But if, like me, you prefer a bit more before hopping in, stay for my quick review with some slight spoilers. There is no shortage of self-insert fics in the Pokemon fandom, and that's honestly one of my favorite kinds of stories, so if you don't like it, then this is probably not for you. The author, Seras, is known for writing, I would almost call these popcorn self-insert fics. They're very fun, but as it says on the tin, there's a lot of slice of life and not a lot of super heavy conflict, so make sure to keep that in mind. What there is, though, is amazing. Vicky is a super fun character to follow through her journey, and the relationship she has with her team is so interesting to watch develop as she becomes the greatest Pokemon trainer. I would honestly recommend reading it just for that alone. How she trains Gyarados and treats Mimikyu alongside all of her other partners just never fails to put a smile on my face. Everyone she meets is their own complete character, and even if it's a bit of a stomp fest, Vicky does have to learn and grow using her outside Pokemon knowledge in fun and unique ways. You honestly don't notice a length when you're binging it, but as you catch up to chapters releasing week to week, the whole popcorn feel of the story can be a bit much, so I would honestly recommend letting it build up to 6 or 7 chapters before starting to read in batches. There is a whole lot more about the story that I can't exactly cover in a short. All I'll say is that if any of this sounds interesting to you, you should definitely go and read it. Quick disclaimer, I'm just a fan of the story, promoting it so other people can find the same joy I have. If you do end up checking it out, whether it's on Space Battles, AO3, or Royal Road, please be respectful and follow all the rules that the author has put down and those of the site you're reading on. Thank you and have a great day. Adios!